Okay, everybody, welcome back. So we're doing the Warhammer preview. So this happened last night. I was working slash. It's so funny with these things because it just never works out. Me trying to do them at night. And I also just found out that you could play Dark Tide yesterday, which I had no idea about, and I'm super pissed. But you go on with it. I don't know. It's very disappointing. I would have planned my time differently if I'd known that these things were happening. But anyways, let's go through. Let's look at this preview. I logged on to Instagram for a hot second and I saw one corn thing and I was like, oh yeah, the preview, because I woke up and I'd forgotten. So I saw something to do with new corn stuff and it looked really cool. So that's the only thing that I've seen. So let's go through. Let's watch some of these videos. I'm going to scroll down slow. Oh, world leaders. It was something like that. I'm assuming a squad member. Okay, so take skulls and spill blood. Let's watch this.
In the blood-slicked halls of our legion stand cages of hellish brass. Within these infernal chambers, esoteric rituals and torturous augmentations bind an octet of demons to a raging berserker. Finally, the screaming stops and the candidate emerges. It is magnificent.
These are some of the best 40k models they've ever made. Holy crap. They did do the juggernauts. Oh my god. Okay. That's so good. Okay, let's go through this. Holy crap. So the 8-bound, wow. They're possessed by 8 demons. That's really cool. So it's been interesting with some of those berserker models where the straight berserkers, like there's some real hits and misses for me in them, and it's all just small tweak stuff. Overall, I do really like them, but these are great. It's funny with the possessed where the possessed, the Gal Vorback from Forge World, I absolutely love, and I do not care for the undivided ones that they brought out. They're just kind of like, I guess, but these, man, like look at the overextended weapons you've got, like the wires are going through the muscle, like oh my gosh, the helmets are perfect. It makes me want to start coring. These models are that good. Of just like the little details to the Legion shoulder pad that they've left on that they've now made massive. And again, the world leaders you always see with the Marines, it's just they abandon the armor, right? Like Karn does his one arm. So seeing their skin and seeing the scaling of them inside the armor is just perfect, right? Where it makes sense, the connections, you see how big the heads are in reference to everything else. Like the chains, the skulls. I love the teeth coming through it. Oh my gosh, the corn symbols. The one shoulder pad left on each one is great. It's just the attention to detail on these. They've got the nails that are long too. Great. Great models. It's exciting. This is very exciting. So these are the Exalted 8-bound, even more dangerous and demonic than their other kind. So I guess these are extra possessed. I don't know. Sometimes 8-bound world leader can even emerge triumphant, becoming one with the Neverborn, sharing its physical form. So I guess these are possible leaders, or is this a separate squad that you take that are just that much stronger? Again, a lot of the shoulder pads, a lot of everything else is very well done. Wow. That the spinning blade inside of the hand, because this is a callback to, I think, they may have done it before, but the first time I remember is with the Possessed for the Kill Team box set where it's got the mouth in its hand. I think they may have done it in the old Chaos Possessed, but I'd have to look up the bit. But I like the evolution of it being like, no, it's a mouth and it's got a blade in it. It's very well done. Like the two-handed chain glaive. Well, I guess all chain glaives are two-handed. The corn-looking chain glaive. Wow. Just great. So next we've got the Jackals. The World Eaters army isn't just about elite combat. The Butcher of Stardust, the Mortal Followers. See, I hope that they do this for all of them. They need to bring out the Thousand Sun Mortal Followers for Nurgle. They'd just be like a cult of shambling, like humans kind of thing. You could even kind of make them maybe casters, but moving into stuff like this is just great. Again, the weapons, they're described in the book so much, Trader, Guard, and especially Guard that are aligned with different gods. This is exactly what they look like, or what they sound like they look in the books. Yeah, that's right. Love the helmets with the skulls. Wow. You got the big brute, just like the books. A lot of the times what they're writing in the 40K novels is way cooler than the models that they actually have, and now they're kind of going on par with that. I like these a lot. It makes you want to do World Eaters. Wow, unreal. It's just, again, the attention to detail, the packs with like blood in them, the insane close combat weapons that they've got. Like these just inspire me because they're just so cool, right? And even the heads, man. Oh my God, they did these really well. Wow. So you got the Lord on Juggernaut. Anything lucky enough to survive. So this is what I've always wanted, a squad of these, always. At a Games Workshop, in the GTA, it's not the one that's in Toronto. It's the one, I think, that's in Mississauga, has an Iron Warriors converted army, and they converted a squad of Khorne Juggernauts. And I saw those, I think, when I was 15, and I've always wanted a squad since then. These I might get right away, admittedly, because it's what I've wanted for so long. Like, oh man. Because if you've got the Lord, is there a squad too coming? They've got to do a squad. If they did the special character and they've got a Lord, you've got to have the squad. So they've got the Khorne version of the new Demon Prince, which is great. There's that character I was talking about there. There's Angron. Fantastic models. I hope they still do the Terminators. They really need to bring out the Red Butchers. That would really be the cherry on top of everything. Having, like, again, the Death Guard and Thousand Sons have their own Terminators. So I think that the only things missing, there's my Karn model that looks like that. That's a better model than the Karn model. It's so funny. I like Angron. I like all the models except Karn. Oh man. So I think the only things missing here are the Red Butchers, the like a heavy weapons, heavy bolter squad of Marines, and then the full squad of the Juggernauts. Because we got a Lord on Juggernaut, you got the special character, but you've got to give me that squad. I want that squad, right? Oh, so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. It's funny missing the preview and working and being like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, so Khorne, thumbs up for me. I love all these things. I just hope they release those couple extra little bits, but that might be another release, right? Usually when they're redoing these armies, it's not everything at once. I'd say kind of they were doing it the right way, where it's a classic Berserkers redone and then a bunch of new stuff. And then there's still more stuff to come later. Like, you need those, the specialty apothecaries that I talked about in that previous video for Khorne, they can do as well. But that's amazing. Love it. So we got Beasts of Chaos. Let's watch this. Oh man. It's a year of chaos. Straight up. Unreal model. The goat noises. Great new model. Beastmen have been waiting for stuff for so long, it's nuts. But this model is painted perfectly. That's an absolutely unbelievably well done paint job on that goat. The blending, everything, the horns are perfect. Wow. Like, truly astonishingly well done. So we got the cover. You've got the new special character. We'll have to see what else comes. I hope there's more stuff than... I'm assuming there's more stuff than that. Hulking Raiders. After remain ripping his way through some unfortunate Stormcast. Yeah, we'll have to see what else they bring out, because I know it needs a full range refresh. Because it's tough, because a lot of the models kind of look okay, where of all the things to redo in AOS... Like some, like the Beastmen, like if you throw in some new characters and maybe a couple new larger creatures and beasts and stuff, you could really get away with it. But we'll have to see what happens. Again, wow, unreal paint job on that model. We'll have to see what else comes. It's tough when they show the one-off model with the book, because that might be it, right? And I hope that's not the case. It just rules. New piece of case battle tome next year. Oh yeah, next year. Okay. I wasn't sure if this was going to come out for Christmas or not, but it's just a little sneaky preview, so that's fine. Hopefully, there'll be some more stuff coming. Like, again, with the background, sometimes you can tell what else may be coming in these covers, but it's just kind of like Ungors, Beastgors, Ungor. I already said Ungors, but it's just the standard Beastmen, but like models. They can always update those. I don't know. I'm fearful that that's it, because they've been doing that more and more, right, with AOS stuff. And even 40k of doing, there's a new codex and you just get one character, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's check out what else there is. Beasts of Chaos. We've got Gloomspite Gits for AOS as well. Unreal sculpted faces right off the bat. The wolves are perfect. Wow. Love it. I always thought of the old models, the goblins riding wolves, like when they redid for Warhammer Underworlds of Warband. Some of the coolest stuff for the goblins is this, right? It's a completely different take on them versus the night goblins. These being the kind of more traditional goblins, but I guess they're still falling under the Gloomspite Gits. But like you could roll out like the chariots. There's so many things you can do with them with the wolves, and kind of this like the Genghis Khan looking goblins kind of as a different facet, a different group under the Gloomspites. But again, unreal sculpts. The faces of them are so different, I feel, to what they've been doing with the goblins so far. And the wolf faces, it's scary good. Like that's, I think some of the best wolf faces I've ever seen. I think before this, it would have been the, what's the character? For the Soulblight Gravelords, who's in charge of the wolves. She's got 2 wolves on her base, because those wolves I would have argued were the best sculpt faces, and now I think these take it. It's just wow, like the detailing and just like the face. It looks like a wolf face actually, which is crazy. I love the banner, the weaponry with the kind of little difference in style to everything else. And again, it's a Genghis Khan look. I love it. They've strapped all the wolves up. Right, great. Hopefully we'll see some more of these. I'm trying to think what other they could do. The character chariots. I'm trying to think what else they had. I know they had so many special characters for these models. I believe that there was a full squad in Old World, so maybe they'll bring back that named character. That would be cool too. Love it. I think that's the same cover though. That's sad. You need new covers every time. You got to switch it up. But still, new battle tome. So here's the outline. So Slaves is next. And then, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, Spring's going to be nuts. Holy crap. I like the idea of them pumping out the battle tomes and being like, all of them, Like, everyone gets new battle tomes faster, right? It's way better to do it this way, because the skew, especially with 40k there, where they did the Death Guard and the Primaris right away, and then some people waited so long for their updated codexes. It's tough, and I know that is difficult to do, the balancing and everything else, but sometimes people wait a long time and get crushed for a while. Okay, next up we've got Warhammer Underworld's Gnarlwood. That looked like a lot of orcs here too. Chaos and orcs here. That's cool. Is that a mushroom blow dart gun? Oh my god. It's funny with the Night Goblins. They need to redo those old squads and make them look like this. Again, insanely well painted. Underworld knocks it out of the park every time. So well done. So much character. Such a... The blow dart mushroom kills me. Unreal. Okay, so we've got the Great Loon King here. Wow. Just every single small detail, the sewing together of the hat, like the mask, the shrooms on him. The weapon looks great. I don't think I have anything bad to say about these models. It's funny with the having like the knights, right, where he supplemented his lance for a hammer. That's cool. That's very goblin, right? In this, with they're shooting squigs and one of them's hiding behind the shield that they've clearly stolen. In this, oh, squig on a stick. Let's go. The mushroom blow dart, so funny. See, that's another thing they could redo, the goblin models from the old world that they're still using in AOS. It's just like you get like 20 goblins or some huge amount of goblins. And it's all like the same model basically, right? And they have no real character to them. But squads of these, this is what they should do at some point for them, is redo them with this kind of armor. You could have the stick squigs, shields. You can arm them with a couple different weapon options, right? These have so much character and look so much better. And the idea of the knights, right, where these are foot knights, right, squires, if you would. I love that. Man, like even this, right, like the shield, you got again a repurposed lance that's become a spear because they're just picking up what's broken on the field. And this again, probably pieces of someone that was riding a squig who died, who just picked it up and is rolling with those. Great. Another Underworlds has not made a bad warband in a long time, and this is a great warband. Like, that picture says it all. It's just great models. Oh, I want to play more Underworlds. Underworlds is doing it right. Okay, Necromunda Cawdor Ridgewalkers. Let's take a look at this. What are these? Necromunda putting out fire. The Ridgewalkers, I have no idea what the heck is going on. So I guess they're just literally duct taping and welding together scrap to make these runners so that they have something to go onto the ash waste with, because they have nothing because they're Cawdor. Wow. Like the grenade spear, like again, great models. I'm blown away by this release. I think this is the best release I've seen. I don't even know the last one. Like since probably Death Guard in the starter box, right? Where it was like, oh my god, they're changing the game completely, right? Like just Like, it looks like these things are going to fall apart at any second, and I love that. Like, and I'm already thinking conversions ideas for these. Like, these would look great in some Nurgle, I think. You could do, even for Khorne, have Khorne followers change the heads out and have this be that they've just scrapped together some stuff just to go kill people. Like, oh, you could do a lot of conversions with these. This also very much looks like, what's the Privateer Press game? War Machine. These kind of look like War Machine mechs, to be honest. Like when you first see that outline, but still cool. And I like the head design on all of them. This is another thumbs up for me. This is nuts. Oh man, I guess there might be different loadout options, so you can do guns, maces. The lances probably have like this explodes, I assume. Wow, great models. Okay, what's next? So we got Arcs of Omen. So this is the next storyline book narrative. Check this out. That's tomorrow. What was that model? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is that? Okay, we need to go back. So, is this the model from the Chosen unit just built with different options? I think this is a new model, right? I believe this is a new model, and I think this gun is a new gun as well. So there may be another unit of Chosen or something coming out, but I'm pretty sure these are new. And then what is this thing at the end? So that, wow. Look at the head on that. What is that? So 3 books. This is all looks like Chaos. I'm assuming this is a Chaos character as well. This is going to be a nuts storyline. The 3 books is better. So they were doing the last the Psychic Awakening books where they did like 12 books, 14 books. It's too many books. You can't expect people to buy that many books to keep track of this season, right? This short storyline where they're like $40. Like, it was wild to keep track. And they shortened it for the Be'lakor, Marathi, Teclis when Kragnos came out. What was that one? I've got the books right here. For Broken Realms, right? For Broken Realms, they shortened it to 4, and 4 is doable, okay? But the 3, but I'm assuming this will still be the price of what the 4 was, but 3 books is manageable, I think. Like, it's tough, because if this was literally anything other than Chaos, I'd be like, well, I'll just find out about it later, but like, I kind of want to get these books because it's all Chaos. And then there's a 4th book. Oh, there is a 4th book. This will go through the winter and the spring. There's no way it'll be Fulgrim. If it was Fulgrim, this would be the craziest thing ever. I'm always trying just to look to see if there's a couple new things. Okay. Oh, it's Vashtor. Oh my God. What is this? What is this? Is that a Dark Mechanicum Demon Prince? No.
Demons and demonic entities in the warp are formed from coalesced emotions and drives of mortal creatures. We understand the greater gods of chaos to be formed from some of those primal mortal emotions, and Vashtor has been formed from the desire to create and manipulate and invent, to make things that didn't already exist. Vashtor wants to become a god. Vashtor is already considered a demigod, an independent demon within the realm of chaos. He is the arms dealer, the weapons broker of the great game that takes place between the chaos gods. So he's independent, he is too vital and valuable to any of them to risk attacking, but he wants more. So in the Vashtor miniature, we see an expression of chaos that we don't really see in the demons of the greater chaos gods. He is a demon of the Forge of Souls, a demon of machinery, of invention, and everything that we've associated with the Obliterators, demon engines, that flesh metal fusion of the technological and the organic you can see in Vashtor. When he assumes a physical form like demons do to enter the material universe, Vashtor makes a form from machine parts and sacrificial meat, and that is what you see represented in the Vashtor miniature. We see Vashtor's armed with a hammer, which is the hammer of the Forge of Souls. And a hammer's a tool that can make things, it can destroy things. But that's different to what we've seen on demon princes. Vashtor's not a demon prince. He's not been elevated from the ranks of mortals to become a champion of one of the Chaos Gods. He is his own creation, and the fact that he's got that unique armament, I think, speaks to something of his character. Vashtor is a demon of the Forge. He's born aloft on a cloud of pollutant smoke and steam. He emanates foundry heat and crackling electric discharge. The wings are not really for show, but they're not carrying him aloft in the manner of a bird. They're probably fine tools for precise mechanical engineering as much as they are actually wings. They're a symbol of his status and a sign of his ambition to become something greater than he might already be. So Vashtor has formed an alliance with Abaddon. Abaddon has huge temporal power, mortal power in the material universe. Vashtor has significant power within the realm of chaos, and together they can forge something that will allow Vashtor to pursue his goals of becoming a god, and allow Abaddon to pursue his ambitions of securing his dominion of the Imperium Nihilus.
I did not. I thought that was a Dark Mechanicum thing. That's such a cool storyline. See, this is amazing. This is 40k in a nutshell. Unbelievable. This is the coolest thing they've done in so long. Something completely new, completely different, right? Oh my gosh. Like, because you can see callbacks to different, like, chaos models, right? Like, different parts of different demon engines that obviously have been used in the summoning. Like, the explanation of it and is just, right? Like, let's get Electro 40k zombies, right? Like tech thrall zombies that Vashtor controls, right? You could do a whole bunch of new models and lead this into Dark Mechanicum where there's like the alliance between them. Like, oh my gosh, what an end. It's funny again not seeing it live and doing the freakouts with chat and everything. It's just, you know, it was unfortunate I couldn't be here for it, but I'm glad I did this video. I'm so hyped up again on Warhammer. Oh my god, I'm such a nerd. Okay, anyways, let me know in the comments what you're most excited about. I think the AOS stuff is truly something to get exciting about, and I know that it's unfortunate that a lot of the times it falls underneath 40k, and I feel like some people who love 40k really push down AOS, being like, forget that game, 40k is where it's at. But again, in terms of gameplay, I argue the other way. But in terms of models, yeah, 40k is killing it these days. Man, I don't know. It's going to be tough. We'll have to see the release schedule for some of this stuff. But I kind of want those juggernauts. I've always wanted those juggernauts. So it's tough to say no to something that I've always wanted. Oh, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. There'll be lots of videos coming out. More theory stuff. I'll be talking more about these as well. We'll probably do a further breakdown of everything. But this was kind of more reaction. But and I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas. It's going to be crazy. Lots of new stuff. Again, please share, subscribe. I'll see everybody in the next video. Thanks for watching.